On April 1st, Israel struck a convoy belonging to a US charity, World Central Kitchen. It happened in Gaza, in an area designated by Israel as a safe zone. 7 aid workers, most of them from abroad, were killed. They were delivering food to starving Palestinians. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said the attack was unintentional and that this sort of thing happens in war. But our digital investigations team, SANAD, found out what exactly happened. Using satellite imagery, open source information, witness testimony, and pictures taken at the bombing sites, we have created a chronology of events, and the evidence we've found raises serious questions about Israel's military methods. The aid charity said its workers had left a warehouse after delivering 100 tons of food aid. They also say that, for safety, they shared their plans and coordinates with the Israeli army before leaving. World Central Kitchen, WCK for short, confirms that 7 of their relief workers were killed. They were from Australia, Palestine, Poland, and the United Kingdom. One of them was a dual US-Canadian citizen. The driver, Saif Abu Taha from Rafah, was also killed. The first report of the attack by the Israeli military came from journalists at 10:43 p.m. local time on Rashid Street in the Deir al-Balah neighborhood. Local journalists say Israeli forces struck the aid vehicle, causing it to burst into flames. A person who lives in the area told Al Jazeera that there were multiple explosions between 11 and 11:30 p.m.
طلعنا لقينا النار شابة في الجيب بداية نار، بلشنا نطفي فيه، واحنا بنطفي يعني صار عندنا فضول نعرف مين اللي كان في الجيب. لقينا في كراتين معلبات لحم. فهمنا انه مؤسسات دولية بس مساعد الناس وتساعد الناس. ضربوهم مباشر. اسعفوا بعض الجماعة ركبوا بعض في الجيب الثاني، شردوا منه قدام، قصفوا الجيب الثاني. قدام حتلاقوا كمان جيب مقصف.
The second vehicle, which was now carrying the injured, was also hit. According to satellite images, the second aid vehicle was struck around 800 meters from the first. A third vehicle was attacked about 1.6 kilometers from the second. Analysis of pictures taken of the second and third vehicles suggests a projectile penetrated the roof. This suggests the vehicles were hit from above. All this despite clear WCK markings on the vehicle's roofs and windshields. In fact, one projectile basically hit the center of a large WCK logo on the roof.
Clearly something catastrophic has happened. It's not something that we wanted, and we're going to get to the bottom of this and find out exactly what happened.
Netanyahu says such things happen in war, but to get to the bottom of what happened, we wanted to know how, in this war, the Israeli chain of military command works.
So this is all the hallmarks of a drone strike. The missiles came from the air, the convoy was closely observed, and each vehicle was separately targeted. So this is a series of drone strikes rather than a single accident, which lends to the theory that an order had been given for this convoy to be destroyed. And unlike a pilot in a manned aircraft, a drone strike has a very different anatomy. So these images the drone is filming will be beamed back to a room that's seen not just by the operator pilot, but also by his or her commanding officer, also by possibly a room full of intelligence analysts, maybe politicians, senior military. There'll be a whole host of people, depending on the operation, than just a single rogue pilot.
And what does this attack mean legally for Israel?
The international law is very clear. The first point is this objective is not military. So if you have a military objective, it is war. If the objective is civilian, it is a crime. The second is the importance of the arms. You see there is a destruction of the vehicle. So even if it was Palestinian, or civilian of other nationality. And it is not to stop the vehicle, it is to exterminate, to kill the persons.
According to the UN, almost 200 aid workers have been killed since Israel's war on Gaza began. The World Central Kitchen is calling on Israel to stop the indiscriminate killing and has now suspended its operations in Gaza, leaving tens of thousands of Palestinians to starve, some to death.